Phone.
Sounds like a good idea.
You're going to do the introduction live?
No, I
No?
don't do that.
You're not going to do the introduction?
And there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Well, in a similar story to this, well, this brings up something that happened to me recently. So just to let everyone in on the story, I was arrested last December at my place of work. No crimes have been committed.
It was all a misunderstanding.
It was all kind of. I was arrested for working for an Iranian at the basis of it, and I put in a complaint, and they told me to fuck off. So I took it above them, and today I got a letter back from those people, and I win.
How did you win?
I just win. It's too long worded, but I win.
So what are you doing with this letter then? Is it going to go on a frame just as Aiden's accomplishments?
I'm going to frame it. I'm going to laminate a few copies and keep them in my pocket. And if any cover ever... man, I need to give up for today. I can't talk. If I ever get stopped by an officer of the law, I'll just pull that out of my pocket and be like, read that back to me, fella.
Can you just tell me what it is? What it says here on card? Be like, you could be like the guy from Lethal Weapon who just holds up his little card at the end like, diplomatic immunity.
All I have to say coming away from this is if you ever encounter an officer of the law going about his business, whap out your phone and start to record it. It's 2014. You've got a video camera in your pocket.
Very, very helpful for you, I might add. We've seen a few videos of people getting interrogated by police officers, and then they record them, take down the number, and instantly the tone changes.
Yep. As when they know they're being watched, they're completely different animals. If they have someone in detention, so if I came here and Lou is being chatted to, I need to, as soon as I've got the phone out, walk up to him, say loudly and proudly on the camera, do you mind if I record this? And when he says no, I just carry on. And if the copper says, well, what if I mind? I say, I pay tax, carry on. Secondly, if you are mistreated by the law, you know, subject to groupthink and whatnot, follow it up, chase it up, because at the end of the day, you're probably in the right. And it really feels good to be vindicated. And that's me done.
Speaking of police, you got another story on police, haven't you? About a local.
They're not local.
They're not local?
No.
Well,
stop making shit up, bro.
Stop making shit up. There was a story that we're about to show you. I haven't seen the footage of this yet, but I've been told it's fantastic. This is for the people against the corporation.
Over. I want to make sure his unmarked car is legal.
Yes, sir.
Afternoon, sir.
How are you?
Good. Hey, the reason I stopped you today is because I saw this car was unmarked. Is this a registered unmarked vehicle for undercover work, or? Okay, you're not allowed to have patrol cars that are unmarked. Are you aware of that under Washington State RCW?
I'd have to look it up, but
Yeah, you really should do that. So there's no mark, there's no indication on this car. Okay, what's your name? Canfield?
Deputy Canfield.
Okay, Deputy Canfield. Can I see some ID?
So let me just explain what's going on whilst I play with the settings a little bit also. Here we have a guy in the United States. He's got a copper who is basically, he's in an unmarked patrol car, and the law in that state says he can't do that. So this guy, Gav, stopped and had a word with him. And Gav, if you ever hear this from both of us, we owe you a beer, buddy.
Can you see some ID of
Yes.
me?
Yeah, I need to make sure that you need to prove you're driving an unmarked vehicle, so I need to make sure you're actually a police officer and that you have the authority to be driving this vehicle, because you seem to be kind of doing something that's clearly in violation of Washington state law. So I just want to make sure you are who you say you are, okay?
Well,
Okay.
Mr. Sutton, I'm not going to play the game with you.
This isn't a game, it's called law.
Oh!
Yeah. So can I see some ID and maybe
5 points to Gav.
This isn't a game. This is the law. Ooh, I need to remember that.
License, registration, proof of insurance, sir.
No, I'm not going to show you that. Yeah, this is my ID right here.
That's not ID, sir.
Yeah, well, this
If I showed you a badge, if you
He's
Look at
pointing
my
at his
shoulder.
badge. Yeah. He's pointing at his badge that says sheriff.
stopped me, would you take that as
The smug prick.
ID? Come on, let's be reasonable. Anybody can have a patch, sir.
Okay, what about? I mean,
Is it a big deal for you to show me some ID just so I can make sure?
I can show it to you.
That'd be cool. That's all I want. I just like.
Just a little digression. It's the law that he has to. He has to prove.
Yeah, he does.
Not over here, in the States.
Oh, is it the same?
We don't have that law over here.
We do have to. They do have to give us a police officer number if we ask for it, though, don't they?
Yeah, name, station, and number, but it's not show you the little card with. They don't have to show you a warrant card unless they're serving a warrant.
Okay.
To make sure. Canfield GT51. Can I see?
Yeah, you can see it. You're not going to hold it in your hand though.
Okay, let me just get a close look at it there. It's fine.
Petty little
Does
bastard.
that match this?
You're not going to hold it with your hand. I don't trust you. I feel you may run away with my ID. What's that about? He's a fucking police officer.
He's also in a car.
Exactly.
Right?
You could mow him down and arrest him. Do
Who
what
do
he
you think
wants.
this scab guy is? Usain fucking Bolt.
I'm loving how the tone of this is. It's just so innocent.
That looks legit to me. I appreciate it. I do. I really do.
Driver's license?
You got a driver's license too. I appreciate it.
I do.
I appreciate the
I
cooperation.
assume you do.
Are you stopping people in this vehicle?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. It's completely in violation of Washington state law, and you are culpable in that, the way the law is written.
Okay, so
So you've admitted that you are in violation of Washington state law and that you are stopping people in this vehicle. So what I'm going to encourage you to do, I'm not gonna write you up today.
Oh!
I'm not gonna write you up today. Oh, I just creamed a little bit.
Now, word of advice. If you are ever in possession, do not proceed.
What I am going to encourage you to do is take this car back.
Look at that
I know you're
smile.
smiling, but we the citizens do have a right to hold you guys accountable. If I'm in open violation of the law, I mean, I could call a sheriff out here and demand that you be written up for this because you are in open violation of Washington state
Yeah.
RCWs.
I'm on.
Okay. So I just want you to talk to the sheriff about it. There's a problem with this in Soap Lake as well. And this is why I'm bringing this up lately. I really want you guys to be aware of this. I want you to follow along. Do you understand the safety concern? I mean, let's say it's 12 o'clock at night. My daughter's out driving around and she doesn't drive yet, but you get the idea. And
Bullshit story.
Yeah, man. But just imagine this complete hypothetical were true. You could be a rapist.
You'd be fucked.
I don't know you're not a rapist, Officer Canfield, if that is your real name. Can I see that ID again?
You could be pulling up in unmarked cars, raping young girls, and getting away with it.
That happens. That's why it's illegal there. That's happened.
That's why I made that point.
Okay.
you get stopped by what is supposedly a police officer, but there's no markings whatsoever. And that's one of the main reasons you should not be stopping people in a car that's unmarked, because that's when the safety concern really comes in. Somebody doesn't know if they're being stopped by a police officer. So understand that every time you stop somebody in this car, you are in violation of Washington state law, and you can't do that. So if we see
He really looks unhappy now.
He just looks like he's being fed a load of bullshit. It looks like another police officer has pulled him over and tried to give him a fine or a ticket or tell him something that he already knows. And he's just got this face on him of just, yep, keep feeding it to me, keep feeding it to me. I'm going to fine you as soon as you do something fucking wrong. I'm going to tail you in this unmarked car.
Oh, yeah. But we're about to get there soon, actually.
you stopped in this car and have doing patrol stops in this car, we're going to have a problem because it's illegal. If you continue doing this, you could be arrested for that.
I could be arrested for driving an unmarked car?
For driving an illegal vehicle and refusing to comply.
I could be arrested for breaking the law. Who would have thought?
Okay.
Are you saying that if somebody else was driving an illegal vehicle and wouldn't cooperate, that they wouldn't be arrested?
You know, how are you comparing? I mean, it's kind of apples to oranges.
It's not apples and oranges. You're driving a vehicle on Washington state roads, on a Washington state highway, and it's in violation of the law, and you're accountable to the law just the same as me and anybody else is, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
5 points. Gav,
He's on 10 now.
pull it out, Canfield. Come on. This police brutality time. What do you want to bet that Gav is white? If this guy was black right now, there'd be like SWAT teams on site just kicking the guy's head in.
Yeah, there probably would be. There'd be something along them lines.
No, it's publicly owned, any publicly owned vehicle, including county police, and it opens up with directing at the officer specifically. So, and that's the key for you. So you want to read this because even if they give you an unmarked vehicle, you're legally obligated to not operate that unmarked vehicle because the law is defined at the officer and says you, as the officer, shall not operate the vehicle on the public roadways, a publicly owned vehicle that's not legally marked.
Well, that's good to know.
Just follow up on it and let's just get it taken care of. It doesn't have to be a big deal. And I understand that there's.
Let's just get it taken care of. That is the best line in this video for me. It's better than the "this isn't a game, it's the law," because that is something a copper says. It's like, I'm not going to write you up, but let's just get this sorted. You know, I have the power to bring problems to you if you don't do as I say, is what's supposed to be inferred there. And look at that face.
He looks like he's sulking.
You know what? 8 points, Gav.
18.
Certain instances, as is referenced in the law, where there is exemptions, but patrol vehicles are not included in that. So, okay.
Sounds good.
All right. You be safe out there, Mr. Stanfield. Take care. And that is how you stop a police officer. He was driving by. I flagged him over. Some people may say, well, this is petty.
Now he pulls around the corner. And the same unmarked car is like, so I ran you through. And.
That is a brilliant, brilliant story. That is something for the people.